Ollie, Saracens this weekend, I suppose the challenges don't come much bigger, do they?
No, I mean they're the current champions of the Premiership rugby. So it really is the benchmark. So we'll obviously do a lot of work this week to try and get ready for them. We were a bit frustrated with the outcome of the game last week, so I think it's the perfect chance really for us to go out there and try and make a statement. Saracens are going to come all guns blazing as they always do. It's really exciting, but we know the challenge that's ahead.
And what were the things that you felt didn't go quite so well up at Leicester last weekend? Because obviously there are a few work-ons.
I think it was a few decisions that we made, a bit of execution as well. A combination of those two factors just meant that we didn't take opportunities that were there, and probably left quite a few points on the pitch. And to be fair to Leicester, I mean, they were really hungry, and they came at us right from the offset. So you've got to applaud them and the fact that they sort of bounced back. So it was a combination of those three things really. Leicester turning up with massive intensity, a few decision making errors on our behalf, and just we just need to execute a few things. But like I said, that's happened now. It was unfortunate, but all our focus is on Sarries. And
Sarries probably will be like Leicester were, in as much as without a lot of their international players from the World Cup final. Is that a hard guessing game to play in terms of who you'll be up against, or is it just a case of actually how they'll want to play whoever's in the 15 shirts?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Sarri's squad in its current sort of format has been around for a while now. So even though the personnel has changed over the years, they've evolved. Stylistically, they've got a way they play. That's not to say they can't change that, but by and large, you get a feel for what's coming. So. So it doesn't really matter who they're selecting, because you always know they're going to have someone good in there. That is the ultimate thing. Whether that's an England player or whether that's someone that's come through their academy, they're going to be capable. So you've always got to show some respect to them and in that capacity, but also still go into the game confident and back ourselves. So.
And what have you made of Gloucester's start so far? Obviously, 2 wins from 3.
I think there's definitely bits we can be pleased with. Certainly in the Wasps game, our execution was really good. The Sale game was a bit of a dogfight, and even though we didn't have much ball, we still managed to sort of squeeze a result out. Yes, with a few sort of fortunate kicks and things, but I mean, I think we just got to keep building our confidence, keep growing. I mean, it's very early on in the season. And actually we're still getting a feel for how we're all playing together and stuff. So there's vast improvements that can be made, and I think everyone in the room knows that. And that's actually quite a nice place to be in terms of knowing that there's a growth mindset around, and that this is where we are now, but we can all see where we can get to. So I say overall we're in a very positive place, but we know there's a lot of hard work to go, and yes, there'll be ups and downs on the way, but as long as we can keep that end goal in our minds and know that's where we're aiming to, I think we've got. Well, I mean, why not? We may as well get there. So yeah.
And yourself personally, obviously, you had a couple of injury problems at the end of last season. How do you feel that you've been? How fit do you feel, and how do you feel you've been playing so far?
I mean, yeah, it was frustrating at the end of the last season. That's all history now. So. I'm just loving being back playing. To be honest, I absolutely love rugby. So being out there playing has been brilliant. I think in particular, getting the first run out at Kingsholm is always nice against Wasps. I probably would sort of love to. I'd love to try and get involved a tiny bit more. I felt in the Wasps game I wasn't able to influence the game as much as I would have liked, but I felt a bit more involved against Leicester. So some personally, I think I'll just keep on working on that, keep on finding different areas I can get into the game in, and keep working on the bits of my game that I know I need to improve, and then I'm sure it will come. But I love being out on the pitch. That's the thing, isn't it? If you're enjoying it and things, and you're playing with friends, then then you can't ask for more. And I know I'll get the opportunities at some point. So
Finally, from me, Joe Simpson, obviously the one new face in the backs. His link up, obviously, with Danny Cipriani, they've played together for years previously. Is that something that can actually have a positive impact on you out wide as well? Is that something that sort of can get the whole back division moving faster?
Yeah, I mean, they are the two key ball players, aren't they? 9 and 10. So if they're operating well, if they have a good rapport and relationship, then the wide guys are going to benefit.